everybody and welcome back to another video. My name is Zach, otherwise known as Pulpy Syntax, and today is Tuesday. It is Tuesday, the 20th of April. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey things, dates are hard. Today has been a good day. It's been relatively cool. We did an Amber live this morning, words, hard. Went to work, did a lot of work. Came home, did some editing. Sprained toe is still sprained. It's a little tender. It's very tender. Need some icing and some elevation and attention. But that's okay. It's minor and I'll be fine. Thank you for asking though. Today we will be reacting to Miss Chantel Marie, Miss Foodie Beauty, Miss Chantel Show's content for today, which is Monday the 19th over there. It includes I Love Livestreams, Walk, and Who Is Beezin. It totals 6.5 hours worth of live streams. Editing Zach has done us all a favor and managed to knock that down to about 40 minutes. And I will run it at speed so we don't have to sit here all night. But yeah, we're going to be reacting to that. Now, I like the idea of this react recap. There we go. That's the words. Format. It seemed to work yesterday, so I think we're going to explore it a little more this week. So those of you who aren't interested in watching this entire video and don't really have a quarter of a day to catch up with Foodie herself, here's the recap. Wake up, stairs, Starbucks, walking, Beezin. That's about it. The 4 hours worth of Beezin was high as butts. So yeah, that's about all you missed. With all of that being said, let's get into the videos. As with all clip shows, we are sped up, and here we go.
So, yeah, last night, oh my god, I don't even remember half the Beezin that took place. People told me people were Beezin.
It's almost like escapism, isn't it? Yeah, right.
You all bees, what am I? You just bees and bees. You just bees and bees. I don't know what the hell happened. Like, I was just, vibing, and people were, like, ruining my buzz and shit like that. I was like, excuse me.
Kind of sounds like your audience isn't happy with the content that they're receiving, Chantel, but, that's just what it sounds like.
Alright, so here's the thing. I started recording a vlog today, and my life is just so boring that I honestly just share more with you in live streams. I don't know why. I know people don't have hours to dedicate. Hi, Marissa!
No, they don't.
So, you really miss my regular videos?
If editing Zach has cut at a so or an it means that thought or sentence doesn't get finished. Just FYI.
I know. It will happen eventually. I guess when the time is right. God forbid I force myself to do something. If you guys don't like my content and you want to stop watching and you want to unsubscribe, I totally get it. Yeah, that's my life right now. Edibles, sex, live streaming. That's
Edibles talking about sex, live streaming.
my life right now. I mean, obviously I'm gonna go back.
Oh, and eating on camera. There's still eating on camera going on.
Yeah. The videos at some point. I just don't know if I'm ready. I always stress myself out like, oh, I need to do this video. Right now I'm just having fun doing live streams and fucking off, like for lack of a better term. And
again, just a reminder, the last produced piece of content we got was the Time Warp, which is over 3 weeks old now. So just beezing and doing this, I guess, is
that's just what I want to do, you know? I don't really use the edibles to avoid dealing with life because I do them at the end of the day, when the day's over. So,
buttons,
it's not like I get high all day. That's not what it is.
It's a lot of your day, though. Your evening seems to be a lot of your day, Foodie. And, if you're avoiding other issues that are being brought up at nighttime or feelings that you're having at nighttime, I am not a professional. Everything I say is just my opinion, not based in authority. But it can't, whatever.
So you want to know what I did last night? Oh my god. I had the worst.
Do you remember?
I beezed so hard. I don't even remember what the food tastes like.
So she doesn't remember what was going on in the chat on the live stream, and she doesn't remember what the food tastes like. Is that avoidance? Is that what that is?
I ordered.
Okay.
Oh god, what did I order? Okay, I ordered a platter of buffalo chicken pierogies. I don't feel bad about taking edibles.
Like
People
potato
have problems with it and want to
dumplings.
judge me. Fuck, whatever. I don't really care.
Dough, but
I'm gonna live
potato
my life. I don't care who
middle.
approves, who doesn't, who makes up rumors,
And other
who wants to be unmodded. I don't really care, honestly. I'm sorry to say that, but I don't. Why should I care what strangers think of how I live my life? Honestly, I'm gonna live my life. If you disapprove of it, that's fine. No hard feelings, like I said.
Great. I'm going to sit here and disapprove. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to react, utilizing this as talking points, inspiration, motivation to talk about, produced and monetized content on this platform. I've been given permission to judge.
Things I could be doing than edibles, so whatever. I don't care. I like cannabis, and that's just not going to change, and I'm not going to change just to make people more comfortable. If people are uncomfortable, like I said, and people have been unsubscribing, so that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I don't feel I'm doing anything wrong, so
Right or wrong, doesn't really matter. Do you? Boo. Fine. I just don't like this. Remember vlogs? I don't like this content. And I don't specifically understand, and this is where the discussion and unpacking of the produced content comes in. I don't understand in the narrative where the weeds were before the Ozempic. It all seems to have gone hand in hand quite succinctly, at least in terms of the narrative that she's choosing to show. I don't get it. I don't get it. Also, gummies we'll talk about throughout the video.
That's the only problem. I don't know if I take an excessive. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't wait for them to kick in. I'm like that. What's the plan, Batman? Well, DLF wasted.
I was reading an interesting article, and the only really detailed discussion I can have on this from an Australian's perspective is that it's not legal here, but it is used in medical prescription. And I was reading up some paper that basically said the advice was 20 up to 40 milligrams daily for prescribed medication, which is a talking point that Foodie does touch on in this live stream, but I think editing Zach's cut it out because it's kind of messy. But just as a frame of reference, when she sits on camera and says, oh, I'm taking 100, I'm taking 150 milligrams this day, that other day, every day, at this point, it's a substantial amount more than the paper that I was reading was recommending. But whatever.
You can take, some people have a higher tolerance. You can take a whole bunch of these. It's just fucking THC, I don't know. Warning, this bag contains high levels of THC. You may pass out and eat everything in sight. They smell like candies.
I'm going to take Foodie's authority on advice about drug use at an absolute 0 because I can't get lower than that. I'm not taking any of Chantel's advice when it comes to pretty much anything, except how to lose subscribers currently, which she's succeeding at. The THC use, no. No.
I'm going through a phase, and until that phase is over, y'all just gonna have to suffer.
No.
Yeah, I passed out without my CPAP, but I always, and I didn't wake up choking, so I woke up on my own, and I was like, what the hell, where am I?
Not the outlook I would have if I relied on a CPAP machine to breathe in my sleep. Probably not wake up and be like, oh, ho, ho. It would be more like, holy shit. But okay.
Here is it. It is a waste of time. That's why I'm not explaining myself. I'm gonna just do me.
That's all you've been doing.
My dating life sucks.
I mean, you're framing it in a very different light today.
My dating life really sucks. I don't have a dating life. I have that guy still messaging me wanting to...
Isn't that funny when we think about the last week's worth of content and how, giddy about talking about all the boys and all of the sex and all of the boys and the sex has been, and then almost a complete 180 today. Don't know if this is reality kind of setting in, or just she's sick of talking on those points, or is actually subtly trying to recognize the fact that a lot of the audience isn't watching for boy talk and gummies.
Yeah, it's a pandemic. We can't really date. I don't seem motivated. I'm not. I'm not motivated for anything in life right now. It doesn't matter if we're motivated or not, right? We still have to do it.
Correct. We do.
Burp? I don't know. Fuck, because I'm human and I digest food and I have to burp. Oh. I guess just that's what I said. It feels like a boyfriend coming home to a boyfriend. I'm coming home to somebody, and I have to make dinner, and I feel like I hate domestic life. I'm tired of it.
This is in reference to Pete's. My apologies.
I don't know why, but You know, it's just like we do everything together. Come home, live stream together, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes I just want to like be by myself. Okay?
It's great.
Domestic people clean their house regularly. Yeah, that's why I don't like it. There might be cops out like, why are you outside your house?
So that was in reference to the lockdown guidelines in Canada. Don't live there. Haven't really been keeping up with it. Seen the general advice of just everybody please stay home. Great. The comment about cleaning every day, sure. I don't actually think that's happening. I'd love to see it for content that wasn't just staring at a screen reading chat, but that's just what an audience member wants.
It's not just a matter of anybody being dependent. It's not that. Like, I know it's not that. It's just, like I was saying, I never, ever, ever had my own place, like my completely 100% my own space. And it's, yes, because at first I was like afraid of being alone, very, very lonely after I broke up with Phoebe. And I was just like, yeah, since my name isn't, I could get a new place, yeah. But I don't need people to do a lot of stuff for me. I could be independent, and I kind of want to know what that's like completely independent. And
nothing's stopping you from living with a housemate and being independent at the same time. I have lived with my housemate for the better part of a decade. We live completely independent at separate lives. Like, down to cooking separate meals. So, legitimately, we share a space, but we have completely separate lives. So, nothing's stopping Chantal from doing that. And I don't know where this argument is coming from. She broke up with BB and then was afraid of being alone, has lived with Pete's for a year, and is suddenly needing her own space. I don't get it, and I don't understand it. Specifically don't understand it since this week she didn't know where her mailbox was, and by the sounds of things doesn't pick up her own packages or take out the trash. So, okay, cool, yeah. Independence will do you real good, Chantal.
I just feel like right now I'm just going to focus on, myself.
Uh-huh.
No, I don't rely on him financially.
I call shenanigans there because we know it's Pete's on the list, on the lease, rather. So you may not depend on him financially, but in the sense that you have a home to live in, you are dependent on Pete's because he's on the lease and you're not, according to conversations that have been had over the last 48 hours on live stream that you have shared with the audience and chosen to do so. So there you go.
I think I'm just gonna I just want to focus on traveling, so I don't want to get my own place and then have to worry about that, like having a place.
Yeah, not a smart.
So I think, like while I'm away, I could just keep paying the rent here, and then Pete can just stay here with the cats. I don't think I would miss Pete because I could still see him whenever I want to.
Unless you're traveling internationally.
Pete's just in case I need to travel. Well, no, I mean, I know it sounds that way. Kristen Michelle, obviously he's still my good friend. It's just, that's just how I feel.
Fluff. It's a bug.
You know, I forget that if I'm not like with a lover, I'm very hard to live with because I just really, really love my privacy and my space. You know what I mean? And I don't. You can't get that when you live with somebody.
You've been here for a year, mate. You've over a year. You've been here for over a year. So where is this narrative coming from of I need my space when you've been in this living situation for over a year? I'm just curious. I'm just wondering whether or not this is a preface to something. Who knows? We'll find out.
For 6 months. I know it's going to be a while. That's why I have time to work on myself, and then after that I can go travel. You know? Like... So, by the way, last night I pigged out so bad. So, 4:20 tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then I might take a little bit of a break. I say that all the time. I don't know. I'm just not going to announce what I do because I never do it. Or I do something completely different, and then people are like, I thought you were going to do this. And it's frustrating because I suck, and I can't stick to anything I say. And there's a big line of stories again.
She recognizes it, though.
Man, those pierogies were really good, but so filling. I ate the entire thing. And there was a lot. And I didn't feel too good after. Yes. I'm gonna get baked tomorrow. Yeah. Of course I am. It's 4:20.
Well, I would love to know, chat, or comment section rather, feel free to let me know, when was the last day we didn't have a vape or a gummy on camera? When was the... Apart from Time Warp, how long's it been now? Has it been 3 weeks? Feels like it's been about 3 weeks. So chances are high that, yeah, you will probably get butts high tomorrow. Okay.
Whatever that means. Like, what does it even mean? Like, who decided to smoke on that day or something? Aren't these fools supposed to be in lockdown? Well, I'm one of those fools now.
Screw the guidelines.
Hi, can I have a venti? Can you make the ice? Is it possible to get the iced caramel macchiato made with oat milk?
For sure.
And can I get, like, is it like Cali style with all the extra drizzle?
Yep.
I'll get that, please.
Is that everything?
Also, can I get a bottle of water?
Anything else?
And yeah, just the Beyond Meat sausage sandwich, with no egg.
Is that everything?
Yep.
1701 now.
Thank you. Order upside down. Isn't it called like Cali style or something? He sounds a little annoyed. That's all. I don't know. I don't have water at home. Oh yeah, I have my thing. I don't know where my portable thing is.
Killing more marine life, it's fine. Because you couldn't be bothered to bring, not just your coldie, for instance, but like a tumbler that you could just have water in and bring to your car and have it with you in the car. No. Anyway.
Cali style. There are a lot of people out here. What the fuck is going on? Alright. Look at this Cali style. Oat base. Let's see how it tastes with the oat milk.
Like sugar, I'm imagining.
Oh, I should have asked for a straw because then I can get all the caramel.
Def-
That's pretty good.
definitely need that.
And I got Beyond sausage, cheesy sandwich. Ow.
Great. That looked awful.
No egg. It's gonna be a pre-recorded video. It's not Croatian sausage. Yeah, Mr. Croatia hasn't messaged me yet today. Oh well.
Do I want to play devil's advocate and think that this this general attitude is because Mr. Croatia didn't text this morning? Maybe. But we're calling him Cameron.
Channel now. I'm going through something.
You're going through something. Would you like to share that something with your audience? The reason why my content has pivoted is because I'm going through something. Well, what's the something? No, but I'm going through something. Okay, cool. You're going through something. Just Beezin. That's what it is.
Yeah, but regular sausage has a ton of sodium too. And nitrates. And cholesterol. So, Joe, if you compare, Beyond Meat is still healthier. I don't care about losing subs. Well, I mean, it's not that I don't care. It's just there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm not going to live my life anymore to make other people happy. You know? If I'm not ready to go back to...
I'm not going to create content to make my audience happy. Screw my audience. Is what I heard. That was me paraphrasing. Apologies.
I know it'll take a bit of a toll on my channel. I'm going to do videos again. It's just, I don't know when. And I should stop promising things because... Could be tomorrow. Could be next week. The oat milk is so creamy. It is really good.
Creamy, first of all. Ding. Second of all, who knows? I mean, Foodie, look, if you're leaning into the live streams every day, getting high every day, talking about boys every day, maybe change your banner art. That's the big one for me. You're not talking about weight loss or food, really, or, like, vlogs or random weirdness. It's just Tinder and gummies. Which, I mean, if that's what you're trying to rebrand as...
That's good. Yes, I'm in charge of my life! The livestreams are great.
You are.
You're a fan at this point. What would you do without me?
Just because something is legal and something is within control of your own life doesn't mean that other people have to agree with it. They don't. Other people can disagree with all sorts of things. We all get to have opinions. That's the joy of life. Everyone gets to have an opinion. My opinion is that this content, I'm glad that Editing Zach enjoys editing these down. And I'm not really here for it. I wish there were more vlogs. I wish there was more cooking. I wish there was more anything, really. Even if it was this boy talk, if it was just one produced piece of content a week, for instance, if it was just 30 minutes once a week, I'd probably be a bit more on board with it, because recorded videos allow you to offer more structure. And I, as an audience member, enjoy structure in what I watch, not 4 hours of nonsense that I get like 20 minutes worth of content out of. Anyway.
Sex talking to. You know? Alright! I like her! And you're gonna get it. People were like, hey, well, I'll hang around a bit longer, see if she does record videos. And I just keep saying I'm gonna do them and I don't. So maybe that people are unsubscribing for that reason, you know? Like, I kind of expect to lose some subscribers, but I don't know, it's frustrating because I wish I could, like, understand what I'm going through and what my problem is, and...
Right, so cut to the evening. Edibles have been enjoyed. And she's making the same talking points. Now, I don't know about you, but the last 3 days worth of content have pretty much all been this. Same type of words, same chat, basically, just getting pulled out day after day after day after day. Which, you know what? At this stage, it is just social engagement. It's social engagement with the chat, which on its face, I understand and can kind of appreciate in general. A millimeter below that surface level, though, there is an audience, as we get through this video, who is quite vocal about what they want and about what they enjoy watching, don't enjoy watching, and would like to see. But, yeah, we're here again. Is anyone surprised? No, no one is surprised.
I almost feel like I have creator's block, like, in a way. You know, it's weird.
I get that.
I'll, like, start to do a vlog and then I'll just completely lose interest, and I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I don't. Most of the time that I just, I don't know.
My suggestion would be for her to stop spending multiple hours on live streams, take all of that energy and chat and put it into a vlog, which would probably be a little bit more entertaining. The problem is, as Foodie goes day to day doing this, it's more and more apparent that a lot of the content is being provided by the chat itself, and she is just bouncing that conversation back and forth. Editing Zach can attest to that. It's all because of the chat. The thing that Foodie brings to it is obviously her personality and her reciprocation of conversation, and sometimes food, and that's about it. That's about it. So it removed the chat from the equation, and the content is minimal. So I think it would just be better for her to take any of those talking points and push it into a vlog for easier consumption, because again, she's realizing the fact that audience members don't have 6 hours to sit down and watch all of this, because it's not fun to watch for anyone, regardless of like what your perspective of Chantal is. It's not enjoyable. No one has this amount of time to realistically sit down and enjoy content.
Make you happy. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, yeah, that's, you know, I mean, I'd say a lot of people, a lot of critics, if you will say, well, the smart thing to do would be to do what's more lucrative, do what, you know, people are not happy with you doing this with your life or whatever. And, I don't know, like, in the end, I'm still gonna, like, live my life the way I want to live it, because I'm not gonna ever make everyone happy. Like, you know, you can't live your life for somebody else's expectations of you, you know, so, I mean...
We'll get into it a little further, and I know this may sound like a nitpick, and I'm not a fucking expert on language by any means. The way she talks about the judgment that she receives based on the produced and monetized content, it's so intrinsically tied to her life, to her everyday. It's sounding more and more like Foodie doesn't have a lot going on when she shuts the camera off. And it's worrisome for me to see someone invest so much of themselves onto produced and monetized content that's all it is. That's all there is. There isn't a life outside of what we see, which there may be some elements of it, like, you know, laundry and chores and doing things around the house, and possibly family things. Who knows? it's not on camera. But the more she speaks on it in this manner makes me think that she feels the criticisms are based entirely on the way she lives her life and not the way she lives her life and chooses to showcase it, which is, I think, quite an important definition, because she doesn't need to turn the camera on. She doesn't need to be going live. The people she wants to talk to, she's got on her Discord. She doesn't need to be doing all of this, but she chooses to because this is her job. This is how she makes money. This is her income. So very loud taxis out there. So, yeah, just an interesting thing to keep in mind as this discussion goes on.
I want to do edibles. So for me to be like, you know, I would be lying to myself, lying to you. You know, like, I don't know. I personally, in my opinion, I don't see a problem with them.
Great. Foodie's not a doctor. Foodie's not her therapist. Wasn't there a therapist? Does everyone remember a couple of weeks ago when there was mention of a therapist? Who knows? Who knows? I'm pretty sure that was one of the 3 appointments that she just didn't go to the other day, allegedly. So probably should get it co-signed by some kind of mental or physical health care professional, whether or not. Just because it's legal doesn't mean you should do it. Just because it's legal to eat a Big Mac doesn't mean you should do it for your health. Just because it's legal to take gummies doesn't mean you should do it because of your health. So pushing aside the 6 to 7 prescription medications that Foodie has shown on this channel, there's also the entire conversation about what is going to happen with your mentality of it all, right? Because there's discussions about addiction, about transfer, about habit. All of those things should probably be discussed, and it's kind of playing out in front of your general audience and people who are complete laymen's, that, you know, you had a shitty relationship with food and now you're on the Ozempic, which is kind of made it so that that's really hard for you to manage. And all of a sudden, lo and behold, gummies have entered the chat. It's curious.
I don't see why not. I don't see why they're not safe every day. I don't know. There's not really many studies, but
First of all, you're not a doctor. And second of all, how the fuck do you know how many studies there are? Miss. Sorry. No. I don't either. I speak on this topic with 0 authority, just as an audience member, what we are seeing and what you are choosing to show us. So please don't sit here and tell us that there are very few studies on the effects of THC and gummies. Because I'm not going to believe you.
Chantal is counter. What's up?
What's up?
Together. Yeah, I like hanging out with you guys, you know? We're 20 friendly. Edibles goes in your bloodstream. Well, yeah, I mean, everything that enters your body does, you know?
That was a very softly comment. Sorry, she's speaking very low here. It was about a quick enter into the bloodstream, and my basic understandings, my basic understanding of the gummies are that they need to digest first before, like, the reaction occurs and everything, you know, happens. So when she's sitting here eating, like, multiple gummies at a time, you're not giving the gummy time to digest and enter the system, which is a very basic understanding of the biology of anatomy. Again, not a professional. But also, interesting point of order, the primary ingredient in the gummies is sugar. They are literally candy. That may sound like a really basic thing for me to say, but I hope Chantal realizes that she is literally just eating candies while also managing diabetes with Ozempic, allegedly.
It is hard for me to record a video right now. It's not even just the editing, it's the enthusiasm.
I feel that. Take a break, love.
I don't know. Like, I
just
can't
sign
do
off
it.
for a day. A week. Take a week off.
You know, live streams and, like, talking to people, it's more interactive, and I'm just really, I guess I just really miss human interaction, you know?
I think that's it.
I really would love to just make out with somebody. Why do people care if it's every night, though? Like, I'm trying to understand. Why, like, you know, like, why do people care how many times I do edibles a night? Like, why are they bad? Why is it bad?
Again, not a question to
What do you
ask
mean
the
that changed,
YouTube
though?
audience.
Like, I don't get it. I don't understand why I've changed.
Because prior to this current timeline, you weren't smashing edibles every night. And if you were, you weren't doing it on camera. And doing it on camera is alienating your audience in multiple facets. And it's interesting to watch the complete fracturing of her audience as well. Considering there are some moderators who are quite heavily against THC and drug use. There are some moderators who are like, yes, girl, live your life. And then a lot of audience members kind of fall in the gray areas. So it is particularly interesting to see that vocal audience members saying, I'm not into this, directly correlates to views and subs. But, who am I?
All right. So I hear your concerns.
Uh-huh.
And addressing them like in an honest manner.
Is this an honest manner?
I pay attention to my real fans, Joe. I don't think. What was I saying? What was I saying before I got annoyed?
Leg.
No, I can't pay attention to everybody. There's no way, like, I'm sorry. I try to pay attention. I literally try to pay attention to as many people as I can. And, like, so I get your concerns. My honest answer to that is, I'm actually doing a lot better than you think I am. Like, inside, growing, like, as a person, believe me. I'm going through, like, a phase in my life, and it's like, but it's a growth phase. It's not just,
is it?
It's a good thing. It might not look it, I guess, because people have this, like, these preconceived notions about marijuana and drugs are bad and all this and that. But I mean, I don't agree with that. So why should I pay attention to people's, well, I don't think you should be eating that many drugs. Like, it's my life. It's legal. I'm an adult. It's up to me how many milligrams of drugs I want to have. Right. So, I mean, I appreciate your concern, but that's just how I live right now. I love edibles, and that's just, they're legal. I have a right to do them. So, like, I don't have to be high to get through. I don't do it all day. I wait till the evening, and, I don't know.
A lot of people are going to have a lot of things to say about that clip right there. Yeah. Again, just because it's legal doesn't mean it's healthy. Right? And I'm not an authority on what is or is not healthy when we come to talking about this. Hell, I'm not an authority when it comes to talking about what is healthy for Chantel versus what is healthy for me. It's not it. But to justify your actions in this regard, I think is particularly interesting because you're essentially shifting blame onto your audience. You're saying, well, no, it's okay for me to do these things because I want to do them and they're legal. I'm not hurting anybody and I'm allowed to do it. And where have we heard that argument before? Oh, wait, mukbangs. Right. This is the exact same argument that has been made about mukbangs. Right? Okay, great. So we've cycled back onto that. It's my money, my health is Amber's iconic line. So we're back to that. Great, Foodie. Excellent. Very, very good. Inebriation. Okay.
So what's your solution? I've lost 800 subs. So what do I do with that? Do I Michelle Darren-Smith, be yourself. You're an adult with all due respect. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. Like, what do I do? Try to change how I'm living to make those 800 people happy? I mean, if they're not happy for something, that's fine. They have a right to unsubscribe. They're doing the right thing if they don't like my content.
That's the thing, though, that you have just recognized. The way you live and your content should be two separate things. I understand you're a vlog channel, slice of life, a window into Foodie's day, but the way you live your life and your online presence and content as a content creator should not be the same thing. There should be just some degree of separation. Foodie, if you want to go have edibles and get high every day off camera, who's going to say anything? No one. But if this line of conversation with your audience who has stuck by you for a lot of the shenanigans, the audience isn't growing, it's shrinking. And the ones that stay on, it's interesting to unpack why they stay on. But if the hangers-on even have an issue with what you're doing, and you give them the same response that you have given people who had issues with everything else that you've done in the past, and you use the same argument. So I just find it ironic, I suppose, that people were able to hear this argument all the way through the mukbangs and then have this argument presented to them once again when it comes to something else that may be perceived as unhealthy for Chantal. And she will utilize the same argument back towards her audience who stuck by her. So I feel like her audience may be feeling a particular type of way.
Right now, I'm just going through a phase, and they're at the right time, I guess. I don't know. I don't care about professional success. If I have to worry about things like a reputation or what I have to say or what I say and all this and that, I don't care then. Can't be bothered.
Can't be bothered with my reputation or people's perception of me. Can't be bothered. Fuck them. Now, to a degree, I can get on board with that. You know, you should take care of yourself. You should think of yourself, look after yourself first. Other people's opinions are just other people's opinions. As a content creator, however, there's a little caveat in that says that your audience's perception, and particularly vocal audience members who may have an issue with the things that they see from you as a content creator, their opinions matter in that eyeballs equal money equals a roof over Chantal's head. That.
I am going to be doing recorded videos as well.
Sure.
But I just feel so restless. I just feel like why do I need to go to bed? Well, I'm gonna go to bed soon, but I'm just chilling. You know?
Okay, and there we have it. That's the update for the 19th of April, I suppose. It gets really awkward towards the end of the last live stream. And to be completely honest, if you haven't been watching everyday foodie content as much as I have, that's pretty much what every night's starting to look like. It's worrisome. There's entire conversations to have on the influence of the audience, the influence of transient audience members who may be coming in and out, where people are getting on board with the story or getting completely deterred from the story. But we'll unpack that as we go. And if you reach this point in the video, thank you so much. As always, I appreciate your comments, opinions, and eyeballs. And I'll see you in the next video and or live stream. Bye!